First of all, sorry if you can hear a weird noise in the background. Suddenly, my neighbours have turned into Bob the Builder. Secondly, we're bottling the Premier League. So the last episode, obviously, lost to Spurs in the final second of the game because Rajkovic shat himself. We went on to lose 2-1 to Aston Villa. Not quite sure how we lost. It was a very, very even game, but the 2 goals that Villa scored could have so easily been prevented. Our only goal came from a Carlos Alenya free kick, and it just feels like these draws that should have been wins, particularly this one, you know, on the back of what happened to us in the Champions League. You know, it's basically like that in a nutshell, and then these losses that should have been draws are going to end up costing us the Premier League. We are in an FA Cup final. We have beat Watford 3-0 to get there, but I'm starting to worry that the only thing we're going to come out with come the end of this season is going to be an FA Cup. So, for those of you guys that probably have guessed, the reason why Man United are top of the league is because of goal difference. They played Arsenal, which really was probably their most difficult tie until they have to play us on the final day of the season, and they drew 1-1. Morata once again scoring. You look here, all you see is Alvaro Morata's name, and it's no surprise he is the top goal scorer in the Premier League. And honestly, if we do end up not winning the Premier League this season, I put it down to one thing, and that's the owners not backing me in January and giving me a very small amount of money to spend in the summer. And you know, we all knew that poor form was eventually going to appear somewhere down the line. I didn't think it would be as unlucky and as poor as this, especially in comparison to early on in the season where we looked unbeatable, but it's here. We have to deal with it, and we've got to now play Liverpool at home. So we played Liverpool a few times this season, where we beat them 3-0 at Anfield, of course, and I think when we played them earlier on in the Premier League, we did okay as well. We drew 0-0 at Anfield in that case. But the truth is, guys, a 0-0 isn't good enough for us. We need to win. And we need to win every single Premier League game that we've got coming up. With us now having to play Liverpool, Southampton, then Wolves, I think you have to admit that Reading, Everton and Brighton is a slightly easier fixture list for Man United than us. But you know what? I'm sick and tired of speaking about it. Let's go straight into the game and play against Liverpool. So, starting lineups, Kerem Demirbay is out injured, so Marco Rog comes into midfield. Me and Douglas have had a falling out, so Romeu plays, and he scored, to be fair, in the FA Cup semi-final, so he stays in the side. Varjek comes in at right-back instead of Fabio. Danny Bath replaces Dumic at centre-back, whose form's been a bit meh recently, and Augustinson plays left-back. Piaka, Gray, Niang up front. Nano, our top goal scorer this season, is injured. As for Liverpool, well, quite a soft side actually put out from Liverpool, with players like Firmino, Coutinho, Horta in the side, but a lot of pace and a lot of technical ability, so it's not going to be easy whatsoever. We're going to do really, really well to get anything against Liverpool, and yeah, I did not want it to come down to this, but we'll have to play the game and see what happens. Anywhere we could potentially exploit, well, Johnny's good defensively, but with him pushing forward, he might end up leaving gaps. Henderson's going to be an absolute bomb in midfield. And Vieto always seems to score against us in previous seasons, at least when Liverpool's form has been slightly better. So that's definitely going to cause us problems. I think they've got Moreno as well on the other side, even though on the game he's a very good player. If it was real life, we'd probably look to try and, you know, double up on him. But other than that, I think we've just got to play our own game and see what happens. It seems like I'm a broken record, and I say that all the time, but it's very difficult at this current point in time, this current kind of stage, to completely grasp how exactly Liverpool will play and whether or not they will cause us problems. Hopefully we can get a win here, because a win is going to be vital in this title race for us. Okay, once again, apologies if you guys happen to hear a weird noise in the background. I'm not sure whether or not my microphone picks it up, but yeah. So tactically, we're playing, of course, with IWBs. Jesus Christ, nothing's happening here. And the second I say that, that zooms up to try and keep us a little bit more defensively sound. As we've seen so far, we have made most of the chances so far this game. We need to win that ball back. Piaka, really good tackle from him, and now we need to pounce. So, we are playing with a normal defensive line because of Vietto's pace, and of course, you've got players like Berardi in the mix as well. But here we go. Can we mount an attack here? They've got a lot of men behind the ball, the Liverpool, and we could benefit from a little bit of width ourselves. I think moments like that, you just need to learn to be quiet, and just admire them. Well, that was what we needed. That was what the doctor ordered. And Liverpool have only had one shot on target. Well, they've already changed things. Redmond's going to come on, it seems. They're going to change to a 4-4-2. They're going to be looking to play a lot wider with Berardi now playing up front. And this is worrying now. The amount of pace that they're going to have up front is going to be very problematic for us. But I think we should be fine because we're not going to switch from IWBs. I am worried at the fact that it means our players can now double up on our fullbacks on the wing. So we're going to have to make sure that these guys are man-marking the right people. We also had Romeu man-marking Coutinho when Coutinho was playing in that AMC position. Not Coutinho, sorry. The guy that got subbed off. The other one, Firmino. But we're going to start off this second half with things how they ended the first. If we start to notice Liverpool applying a lot of pressure, we'll probably increase our own width or maybe bring these guys back to kind of create more of a 4-1-4-1. I bet you we're going to win this game. We're going to win every other game. United are going to win every other game. It's going to come down to that final game of the season at Old Trafford, and injuries are going to end up being our downfall. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to bring on Marco Rog. Well, he's already on the pitch, but move him to AMCR. I could have probably brought on Matthias Kunz, but I don't really feel like... Do I want to bring on Matthias Kunz? Don't know, just don't feel like the pressure of this game is something I want to put on a youngster right now. In terms of who would bring on at centre mid, it would have to be Nigel. And to be fair, I don't really mind bringing on Nigel. He's matured a lot. It's not exactly developed the way I think we thought he would, but it's something. So far so good. 66th minute, and we've not really seen too much from Liverpool after they made their tactical changes. Throw into us. Marco Rog, yeah, he's a central midfielder, but he's very pacey as well. The only issue I have with playing him so far forward is his finishing is atrocious. So when he does get a chance to finish, I'd rather he cross the ball in this kind of scenario, which he did. But we should be able to pick it up, win the second ball. We're going to have another shot. We're keeping possession, though, which is good. Varjek finds Alenia, who threads the ball through to Nigel. Nigel loves a backwards pass. He really does. He's got 15 passing, but his vision isn't as good as it really should be, so he always ends up passing backwards. But we're keeping possession right now, and given that it's a highlight, it probably means we'll play a cheeky 1-2 like this, and Nigel should have scored. Talking of the devil, Nigel, you should have scored there, lad. Oh, God, another injury. Piaka's going to come off now, and I guess with Piaka coming off, we're basically being forced into bringing on Matthias Kunz. We've not really got much of a choice there, really, and it seems like come the end of this season, our entire squad is crumbling. We're running out of players at this rate, guys. So happy days, I guess. 79th minute, I'll actually bring on Douglas as well. Move Romeu into a ball-winning midfielder kind of role. Replacing probably Alenia. There we go. Time to make that swap now. Just, solidifies us a little bit more defensively. So he'll now become a ball-winning midfielder on defend. Douglas will come on. Hopefully he won't let me down. I know that me and him have kind of had a bit of a fight, but hopefully, he'll be professional. Retain possession. Get rid of that. And that should be it, really. I mean, you look at the match stats. To be fair, we've completely dominated them. They've had like one shot on target.
A few moments later.
Nathan Redmond picks the ball. Redmond crosses the ball in and our centre-back headers it into our own goal. I don't know why I play this game sometimes. I really don't. Yeah. Target man. Okay. I don't know what to say. I really don't. We're going to end up conceding another one now. I don't understand what's just happened. Danny Bath playing as a bloody target man up front. Finds Andre. Come on. Come on! Get the ball forwards. United have got Reading away, and Reading are in the bloody relegation zone. They're going to win that game now. When do they play that game? Oh my god, man. Oh my god. On the 1st, so it's later today, so we're going to stick with it. And look at this. Our entire strike force is out injured as well. We needed that win. We got Nano injured, Niang injured, and Piaka injured. I'm sorry, but we've bottled the league. There's no way coming back from this. So we're going to stick with this and see how United do. Ideally, we want them to draw or lose, but if they win, well, it's all falling apart. It is all tumbling down. And they drew 0-0. It feels like the game is offering the Premier League to me, and we still somehow cock it up every episode. Honestly, this second half of the season has been dreadful, where we completely outplayed teams and then conceded a dumb goal. I want to also, put some responsibility on the goalkeeper for that goal that went in, because the way he got a hand on it and stuff like that. And it weren't even that hard, but I don't even know who to blame anymore. What can you do when you draw this game 1-1? 2 shots on target. Southampton, Wolves. 6 points. We need 6 points. And I think, regardless of what happens, even if we do get 6 points, it is going to come down to the final game of the season. I did not want it to reach this stage, but it has reached this stage. And we've gone from being the best defence in the league to conceding stupid, sloppy goals left, right and centre. And to be honest, the sooner this season is over and done with, the better. So, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to go now and play against Southampton and Wolves. And hopefully by the time we reach the next episode, which will be at Old Trafford, we wouldn't have bottled the Premier League by then. Goodbye.